Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, dwyrin here, and it is Friday, which means it is Basics Day, and we, as you can see, are already logged on to OGS, where we're going to try to play some 5Qs, and I see one in front of me now. He wants a 10-minute 540, sure. Come on, Lee. Alright, want a 5Q specifically today, because I have been ignoring the 5Q range for some time, it would seem, and that's not cool. I'm going to go ahead and say hi. I've also gone ahead, unbeknownst to you, created myself a 5Q W Baduk account as well. That was recommended, so after this game, going to play a 5Q on W Baduk, I do believe. Questions there are there differences in the ranks? Are 5Qs pretty much the same thing everywhere? I'm curious. Let's find out. Alright, so as you can see, we are no longer playing, who was it, Lee? Because he didn't want to move. So I had to get a new game, and now we are playing against a 4Q. I'm going to go ahead and take a peek at him though. Shoot. He's got a pretty crappy history. Wait, no, of 82. Okay, yeah, he's good. He's good. He's good. He's a person. He's a person. Now I'm just going to go ahead and do a dual 4 points because it's flexible. And admittedly, if they ever hit my 3-3, I get to talk about like the early bleep bloop style of play. So I'm good with that too. Here he approaches, I back off. And it sounds like my audio is like really low, so I'm cranking it up a little bit. This is a Kobayashi. Kobayashi have to be careful. We do not want to approach too close because they can attach on top of you and develop easily. You don't want to go low for the exact same purpose, or they could pincer, and then there's crazy variations there as well. So the most common one to do is the high 2-space because it like gets rid of a whole bunch of different things. I like the 2-space low because we ain't afraid of nothing. AI, I do want to point out that if you are heavily invested in AI, they will approach low most of the time. Or not low, they will approach normally here most of the time. There's reasons for that. There's like complicated variations and stuff you can get into. So if that's your jam, take it with a grain of salt. Like, they can do it, but if you do it, you might have some problems here. So he attached to me a Hanade, and you can see we kind of went into a normal variations. If I had approached normally and he attached underneath, that gives me a better result because there are much better positions here for him than what we see here. Now, in a normal game, I would probably play here. As it stands, I'm probably going to go low instead. Because, you know, high gets approached, and then you're expected to be invaded and all that stuff. But I think at 4Q, we're just going to play a normal variation. Now, let's talk about the right-hand side. Anytime you're playing through your game, you want to kind of like have this checklist of things as they pop up in your head, as they pop up in the game. Such as, are there weaknesses? Okay. Like, file this list of weaknesses and keep them as like a list of things to do. Like right now, hey, I got an invasion point over here. But because there's a 3-space extension here as well, I got an invasion point here as well. So that's cool. And there's a weakness in this shape of this attachment. So I see this as being very, very vulnerable. So if I get Sente and there are no more large points for me to take, if there are no more things for me to really have to defend, then I can go and start poking at those 3 different things there and just see where it takes us. For now, I'm going to approach Y-adduced side, but I'm tempted to play here. To be honest, if I play here, I'm putting him into here, which is putting pressure on this group. But I do like that I have follow-up potential up on top of the board, so that's like +1 to play up here, or to play on this side, because 1, it's the widest side. Another +1, I can gross and keep this low. Whereas here, it's approaching a corner. It's not the widest side. Doesn't get the +1. Helps this, so that's a +1. So I have 2 reasons for playing over here, 1 reason for playing over here, and this isn't really that weak, so I'm going to go ahead and play over here. Or you could just do like basics. Hey, what's the widest side of the board? Let's go and play here. But I figure, you know, we're playing 4Q, we're getting closer to 1 Dan, so let's expand upon it a little bit. I don't want to play here because I don't want to play this one. And I'm not really interested in this corner. I'm interested in developing and expanding, so I will back out of here. Now, I'm playing here as opposed to here because this move leaves only 1 invasion point behind, right? Here, I have 2. I've got like this one and this one. I only want the one because I could theoretically lean on this if he invades me like he is doing now, and then I can attack him easier, right? I'm going to do half of that idea. No, I won't. I won't do any of that idea. I'm not really sure what I want to do. Tell you what, I'm going to play here, as I mentioned. It'd be weird not to. So I'll play here. I'll go ahead and attach for strength. Why am I ignoring the attack onto here? Because I can come out still and I can go under, so this is not really an attack. This is just a suggestion. It's like, maybe I could put pressure on you later at some point? Like, yes. Yes, maybe you can, but not right now. We play here because we've redrawn our sector line with 1 move. So we got invaded. It's kind of like being attacked. We attached to something that was already strong first to gain a little bit extra strength before we committed. That's the idea of, if you're attacked, try to look for a way to counterattack first. Get yourself a little bit better position, then see where you're going. I could Hane in here, to be honest. It's not bad. Playing here instead. Now, this should get a response of push and Atari to freedom. So, remember, when you have to Atari to freedom, you've usually done a bad. Something has gone not right. So, he's trying to get behind, or get out from being behind this little line here. And that's A-okay. We're not going to kill him. Not because I don't want to kill him. There's no need to kill him. We're just going to chill. Got the huge turn in. Now, right off the bat, we should be thinking about what else we can do here. We've got influence. We want to use that influence, ideally speaking. So how do we use influence? I have not hovered my mouse over any of the moves this time. My hand is off the mouse. So how do we use influence? Like, what are some ideas you might have here? What can we do to maximize on the fact that we made him make us stronger? What can we do? Anyone know? What do we do? How do we use this? Well, come down to 3 minutes. I can say, I can shoulder hit here, and then we've got wall, creating a wall. It's not bad, but remember the right-hand side. There are weaknesses. There are 3 space extensions. So I could just see where this goes. Check this out. Not invading, I'm threatening to invade. Like, I want to give you what you want, and if you let me give you what you want, glorious things shall happen. He's going after... He's not. Jerk. Well, I really want this, so if he wants that stone, it's all his. We can see how I'm just trying to build a wall here, right? He really doesn't want to do it. He's being... Ooh, look at it. Look how careful he's being. Looks like it's okay. All I'm doing is trying to lock him out of that middle. Okay, he wants me to Atari here. I'm not going to. I'm going to just keep surrounding the middle. But he's very aware of what I was doing. Ah, that one might get me. That one's got me. That one's got me. Alright. You got me on that one. Have to respond there because the push and the Atari. Yep. That one's good. That one's good. I'll give you that one. What else we got? Ooh, this is the idea that you should have been having from, like, first move, right? It's like, I need it in that middle. Let's attach for strength and do, like, what I did to this kind of area. Yeah. Now you're getting it. Now you're getting it. Okay. Now the danger here is to overcommit to the middle. Because he's offering me the corner. You see how he's offering me the corner? Like, we developed the middle. We were hoping to profit there, but that might not be where the profit actually is. Will he connect here? If he does, he's offering Ko for corner. I might not take him up on that offer. But for now, what I really don't want him to do, like, maybe we go for this later, maybe we don't, but he's in the middle, it looks like, right? So let's ensure he doesn't get the side as well, because we offered him a deal, right? You take the middle, or the right, I take the middle. He didn't do that. Yeah, he didn't do that. So that means I need to make sure I split. Because if he gets the right and the middle, that's going to be bad for me. Now, I want to take advantage of this, but I have a bit of a weak group here still. Right? So what we're going to do now is I'm going to play a defensive move, just to make certain that my group in the middle is A-okay. I don't want surprises. I could play here and the same thing starts all over again, like threatening to cut this off. Like, this should probably have been a straight defense, but I'll play here. Now, unfortunately, his territory is here. Something in here. There's a Ko we don't really know yet. And this. Mine is a little bit here. We don't really know what. Here. Some of here. And if I take advantage of that small knight, I think it's going to grow a little bit larger. I do. I really do. Only downside is there's a counterattack. There's this one here, right? Because of the cut. Tell you what I'll do. I'll play here. I'll just defend. Just defending. Do. Why did I just descend at 02? Why? Why did I do that? He doesn't know either. It's a problem. That's a problem. I'll give him Sente once to figure it out. The corner situation has not been resolved. He doesn't see it. Do you see it? Do you see it, audience? What I just threatened is so stupidly simple. If I take, he plays here, I can't cut. If I play here, I'm threatening to cut there, and I'm threatening to cut here. You see that? That's why I played here. I'm getting Sente, because I was freaking out. I thought I was in Byoyomi. I'm not. That's just the mod that I'm using for OGS that does the countdown, but I forgot. It's stupid. Counts down the last minute, not just Byoyomi. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. One last attempt to figure out why I played 0-2, then I will take him up on it. I gave him Sente twice now. If he can't get it this time, I will... Yep, I'm gonna... Wait! I'm in a little bit of trouble here. I'm gonna respond. This is for free, because he doesn't want me to push and cut him. Do I need a defense here? It looks like the answer is no. Because I've got, like, room here, I've got, like, shape here, I've got things. I think we're okay with that. So let's go ahead and play this. He just realized that he's going to lose 3 stones. Unless he goes to Ko and fights it. I mean, he can. He can go and do that if he wants to, but does he want to? Intriguing. He did not want to go to Ko. That means he's losing these 3 stones. That's actually kind of big. I feel like not doing that. That's like monstrously huge. That is monstrously huge. But he made the choice. He said, I can't take 3 stones in Ko, so I get to take 2 stones in Sente? And his corner? I mean, I don't like that at all. He owes another move, because he can't let me go. Okay. Now he's undercutting his group here. Ay, 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 ay. Ooh, I like the fix. I like the fix. I'm a fan of the fix. I'm a fan of the fix. I think I can play here and kill him. But I'm a fan of the fix. I really am. At this point, we're trudging towards Endgame. So I'm going to seek to defend myself first. Last weak area that I have on the board, I'm going to defend it. Like, now these groups are connected. Now we can go and admire the plane that keeps flying overhead. They're looking for me, man. They're looking for me. They know what I did. So this is pretty big. Pretty big move. Threatening to sweep the corner. Also, it activates the attachment here, I want to say. I'm going to go here into like here. So I'm going to back off lightly because maybe I'm going to be able to play here. Okay, he says I can't ever play there. That makes sense. Where's next large move? I need a large move. Large move. Large move. I really want to throw in here. Why do I want to do that? Do I want to do it because I'm just a dick? No, this doesn't kill him, does it? I play here, he plays here, I play there. I could play this one though, I guess. This one's Sente. We can do that one first. So we have a monkey jump on the right group, which is nice. And aside from that, I think we just have too much territory, to be honest. This group is making me a little nervous, so I'm going to go ahead and defend it rather than the right-hand side S17. Because the undercuts there could make me... I mean, there's like undercuts. There like might be a throw in here later. I just don't want to deal with it. And I know I don't have to deal with it over here because it can't run anywhere because I already have the stone. So... If I play here, he's going to play here and at Sente too. If I play here, then he might play here and push me back. Anyway, So I don't think it really matters in that regard. If he plays here, in fact, I could play this one, but he might clamp me, so that's a problem. Which is why we usually play here and then just suck it up and play here. Next I play here, it affords him clampages. And I don't want to give him clampages. I don't want to give him the clamps. So I will play here. If he plays here, it is goats. So he has one corner, bottom left. We're time sharing the upper right and the lower right. I've got a little bit on top. Few points in the middle. He has few points in the middle. Dangerous move, that is. Dangerous move indeed. This is saying he's gonna... Doesn't work. Think about where he's running to. Think about my forcing moves.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He goes and does this. He thinks he can connect up. I'm gonna highlight the problem. I'm gonna highlight the problem. I think he sees it. Problem is he doesn't have eyes here yet. Well, I'm gonna show him. I will show him. There's a slight glitch here. You see it? He's letting me undercut the group that's already getting squeezed on the base. So once I play here, he has to play a move here to live, right? That move is Gote. Just doesn't matter. I Atari it. But the question is... Look how undercut the entire thing is now. Man, oh man, oh man. Entire thing is so undercut.
9, 8, 7, 6,
Think it dies?
5, 4,
I do.
3, 2, 1.
I do. I think it's dead. I probably won't kill it because it's basics. Yeah, it doesn't matter. That bit wasn't really in my interest. But maybe he's offering an exchange. Is he offering an exchange here? Deal. My stones are yours. Well struck, sir. Well struck. Alright, can you make an eye on top of the board ever? No. Never. Right? He plays here. I will play here. He plays here. I will play here. He plays here. I'll ignore him. So I'll just reinforce this cutting point. And the entire left side of the board's dead. In exchange, he got my corner. Yeah, no. He plays here. Yeah. Take out that shape point right now. This is just all dead. This is dead. As long as I'm very careful, it's dead. If you've been watching my streams lately, you know I'm not. But yeah, too much. It's too much. So, this was a pretty nice basic game. He undercut himself, unfortunately. Unfortunately, he undercut himself, and that meant that he lost his base in Gote. When you lose your base in Gote while surrounded, you die. I mean, that's math, I guess. I mean, that's just math, right? Yeah. He can get this iron goats. Is there anything to do here? Like, I don't see any way to... He wants to play this one, maybe, huh? Doesn't matter, though, does it? Oh, there's a period here. If I play here, he plays here. I play here. No, he plays here, I just throw in. Yeah, okay. Alright. Double checking, just making sure we know everything that's going on there. Now, he wants me to play here, 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 here. So I'm going to play here immediately. Because we've already protected against this, right? We thought about that way earlier, right? So I'll just play this one. He pushes here. And then he can't cut through me because we have good shape. Because we have good shape, we feel very, very confident that we can play the moves that we're currently playing. Without good shape, we'd be in a lot more trouble. Okay. So he's looking for his eyes. Can't find one. This was a flat trade. His corner for the left. No takebacks. That was the deal you struck. I undercut you. Not really sure where this is going, but okay. I've got 5 liberties on the 3 group. I've got 5 liberties on the 3 group. 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties on that one. Seems okay. But obviously the trade that he did was too heavy in my favor. Now we're nice and alive. Absolutamente. That I needed too. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and play here. Maybe this is turning into a capture race. I don't think it will. I don't see how it could, to be completely honest. But, you know. Yeah, see? That stun doesn't matter, so we just drop down here and threaten to take, and then we play here, and then we're alive. Or actually we could play here, here, here. Ooh, okay. I'm backing off. Getting my 2 eyes. See, now we're nice and alive. We can go ahead and connect that, I guess. Because again, B4, we have Miai here. Okay, I do not want that coming out ever. Tell you what, I will offer a peace treaty here. I don't know where you're going or what you're doing, but don't Atari me. Maybe that was a bad idea, huh? Because then, yeah, I think I just tried to play peacefully. Alright, let's salvage this. I need to play this one because I just realized if I run that down, I could be in severe trouble. So this should work though. So yeah, that's what we're fine with. We're fine with that. Okay. Gotta connect that out to make sure that the top I stays nicely false. He drops down to D19, I go right. He drops down to F19, I go left. There's no liberty shortages in what I'm connecting to, so we can't capture it. I think by and large this is a pretty nice basics game. Up until the that bit, right? Oop, he left. Yeah, up until that last bit, right? Okay, this track was really, really great until they began hallucinating. Alright, so let's review this real quick, making sure that we are still... Okay, yep, everything's good. So yeah, we've got this here, right, which was completely fine. Just your standard Kobayashi. Usually we would go and play this one. Maybe he's not maybe he's uncomfortable with the leaning. So that's okay. That's okay. He plays here, which reverts to something. Doesn't revert to the greatest thing. And now you might want to take a move like this, just to like not have that extra weak point. It's suboptimal. There's no doubt about that. But I mean, it's suboptimal, but you don't have the weak point. So I mean, pick your poison. We played here. Basic stuff. Corner. Now, I want to go over this one briefly again. If I play here, he can do this one. He could do this one. He probably won't, but I mean, it's an option. And I just don't want that to happen. Now, if he plays even this one, chances are this is the Joseki that we're going to have. And, I mean, it's not bad, but I still didn't want to leave it on the board, so we're not going to do it. And I played here instead. Now, I figured if he plays this way, that's really deep, right? Because it's trying to live in this very tight area. So it should be good for me. However, he could have played here to get me to defend myself, and then maybe just do something as simple as jump up, and then suddenly we have a normal game again. Normal game, absolutely. From here, I'd probably play... Oops, if I was black, I'd jump up from here. I think I have to counter invade him or reduce or something. Like maybe go back and play here. But yeah, we have a game from now on. We've nice even game. So I played here and then I played that one. He had Atari to Freedom, which always loses you points. And then we just sought to do something like this. Maybe here, into here. Or let's say maybe here, into here. Just get that wall to go with my points, or go with my influence rather. Could be possible. Or maybe we only tap it and then see what we can do over here. That could be a thing too. Draw back once and then see if we can grow again. I mean, there are a lot of different options here. You could also invade here if you didn't want to develop. because this is pretty strong. Again, the reason being is because this is just so uncomfortable to have this being left behind. We have to be very, very careful. Oh, sorry, low, not high. My bad. I thought I clicked low. You. Here. Yeah, because if he, like, just comes out, there we go. Because, see, this connects up to 1 now. We can't disconnect it. Right. So if he plays here, he needs another move. It's pretty bad. I think, right? If he plays here, he plays... Actually, that's alive, right? Yeah. That's alive. But we can play here. That's also alive. Sad face. He's... What if we play here first? He does this one, and then that's alive. Ah! Wait, is it really? Really is. Alright, I think that actually is gonna be fine. So instead he fought back. Again, he could offer an exchange. Pretty good one, too. It's a lot of territory. I think maybe I gave him a little bit too much now. But, you know, I'd go with it and see where we get. Yeah, that's too much territory. I think that might have been a bit of a large offer, and I should have just gone ahead and decided, you know what, if you don't want to be, like, in there, then fine. I'll just invade it. This is probably better. Here he comes in. A little bit of defense. And then here, regretfully, it's just going to be a co. If you don't defend here. So we asked him about that. And here you need to play this one and then just go for that, I guess. No. Maybe play for this one and then go for that. That way there's no push here at 1. No, that doesn't work though, does it? Yeah, you have to... Oh god, that really... I see why he played there. Because if he actually takes... That just got silly. This is way too big. Okay, I mean, alright, sure. Sure. Now he's undercutting himself. And then this just wasn't a good move. That's all there is to it. This is never a good decision. Not never. Okay, it's not never a good decision, but here it's really bad. Because you can see that that's too large of a problem. We need 2 eyes. We have 0 right now. We have no eye shape. So the chances of living from this, pretty bad. And all we really did was like get rid of like 4 points of whites or whatever that was. Because we could have endgamed it, right? Like we could have just been like, I'm just gonna play here. Right? Could have done that. And now we keep Sente, so we could do something like here. And then we could do something, again, just keeping the Sente, maybe push. Keeping the Sente. Something like this. Keeping Sente. Like, all of this is so much better than the undercut into suicide. Right? Think you'll all agree? I think that about wrapped up for this game, though. Let's go ahead and play on W Baduk against a 5Q and see if there are any differences in these ranks. Alright, here we are as black. And I will say hello. Glad to know you. I'll do a 3-4 facing. Alright, now I'm going to enclose because I don't think I want to do anything over there. So let's go ahead and do something like so. Alright, that's a move that we're gonna kindly ignore and now take our extension from our enclosure. Okay, he's invading. There's Aji in my corner, so I will defend it like so. Okay, now let's go ahead and take our next enclosure, because enclosure and extension again. Alright, I'm beginning to think there's a slight difference between OGS 5Qs and W Baduk 5Qs. There's a subtle difference. Let's see if you can figure it out what it is. This is like 3 stones in one corner, so I don't really want to approach this. Instead, I'm going to go and approach the 3-4. Or the 4-4, sorry. Alright. Sorry. I made a comment on OGS. And now getting some commentary. So he pincered. We don't jump out from pincers on 4-4 points. So I will call him to go into his corner. He's probably going to Hane because of the... Oh, he didn't Hane. Interesting. Alright, he went underneath because that's the common AI and preferred move. Now you don't push unless you're going to cut. So this just got rid of Aji. So it's a bad move. You can Hane here, and I'm going to... Should I showcase it? Should I showcase it? I'll extend once more. Alright, so let's see. There's an open corner here available, and I can defend this one too. This, he gets an enclosure with an extension-ish? I think mine's better. Yeah, I think mine's larger. I'll go ahead and play this one. I'm being pincered, so I think I'm going to jump on out like so. He can't make a base with either these or this, so there's no reason to fear. Because now that I'm ahead, there's a sector line here, a sector line here, and he can't look after both simultaneously. Okay, so I can go and cap this, but I'm just going to jump on out instead. We got the corners. Ever get the feeling like he's going to play here just to try to poke you? I'm going to go ahead and defend here. That way there's no weird shenanigans. Then I'm going to seek to surround this group, since it's the stronger one because it's got shape, whereas this one doesn't. So if I get strong here, I might be able to lean on here and kill him. Maybe? Someone on OGS just said I'd rather be in your Monday's video than in a basic lesson. I'm gonna seek to enclose. Yeah, Monday is seeking murder. Alright. My basics account is now 3Q. After today there, Koba. So... Alright, so I'm gonna go and close this. I do apologize, I'm very distracted now. I don't usually chat on OGS. But I couldn't resist someone's comment. They said they're trying to learn how to enjoy Go again, so I suggested that they just murder everything because I find that to be particularly fun. And then someone's like salty. Someone's like saying, don't talk in this community. I think they're joking, but who knows. Can never really tell online. So I think he's alive. Playing here doesn't seem to make any sense anymore. So if I was going to try to kill this guy, I would flat out attach to the stone because I'm going to get something out of it. I don't think I want to, and I'm a little hesitant to approach normally because he's got like all the 3 stones here. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to like give a little bit of a nod to this being strong, and I'm going to approach it a little bit farther away. Something a bit like that. High because we're inched in the middle. Alright, it looks like Sandy Baggins has got the peace sign, and is pretty happy. White's kind of crying because I'm going to assume White's not happy with the lack of territory. Alright. Now, I don't want to do any kind of weird, like, attachment shenanigans because clearly the level of W Baduk is vastly lower than the OGS equivalents, judging from what I'm seeing here. This guy is 145, so he's played a lot. Or maybe, I don't really know. Yes, he has. I can see his win-loss ratio. He's had over 3,000 wins. So we're capping and connecting our groups up. We're not going to kill. We're just going to connect here. Light pokes, getting a little bit more territory. Just a little bit more territory. Again, light pokes to shape. That's all we're doing. Just such light pokes. Such light pokes. You barely even feel it. But this made no points. This made no points. This is making some points. So did this and this and that. So from that alone, it looks like we probably have ourselves a pretty reasonable position here for ourselves. We can point to groups of ours that are making points. We can point to groups of his that just did not. Therefore, we should be ahead without having to count. And you know how much I like not having to worry about counting. You think someone's... Really? Am I like that unsociable? Am I that unsociable that people are like, this is not really the dwyrin account? Like, I didn't realize, like, is that how I come off? Like, he doesn't socialize. Should go to a Go-Kong with a shirt that says "Don't talk to me" on it, and just sit in a corner and play Go on my phone. Sit in a corner and stream Go from my phone. There you go. That'd be great. That'd be excellent. That'd be excellent. So as you can see here, we're just kind of like poking at the territory that he did have, and from here, we're just sort of making some extra points in the middle. In order to do this, all we did not a fake. I think the rest of this is probably going to be time-lapse, to be honest. I don't really imagine anything really large happening here. He has to be careful about this one. Maybe I'm not going to be time-lapsing. If Atari's here, I could... Tell you what, I'll do this one. He can read that out, right? I'm Ataring you. My shape was good, man. Don't pretend it wasn't. It's okay. My shape was good. You can be jealous of it. You can be jelly. Looking at the shape again, though, I'm thinking that I could have reinforced this large knight to make this less possible. At like any point here, I could have like played here and like here, things like that. Anything here to really play. He just called me a Nixabiki wannabe. Why do I make videos for you people? Let's see. I guess going underneath is okay right now. I don't see anything else that's large on the board. So from here, nothing should be... Yeah, it's not a fight. Yeah, so from here, nothing else should be fairly large. So we're going to go ahead and just do time-lapsed endgame from here on. Alright. So, won by about 24 points. Didn't really need to win by anything larger because we were comfortably ahead for a very long time. So the question is, how do we get ahead? Well, I mean, the answer is pretty self-explanatory. He took an extra 2, 4, 6-ish points for himself after my enclosure, so I took a much larger one, and then he played into there, which is not good. You want to maybe approach. There's really not a lot to say about this. Essentially, all we did was not really leave weaknesses behind. Like, we went to the corner, and that gave us a nice strong area. I'm defending. Now, this, I admit, you could have a lot of fun with this one. Like, you could go and play here, for example, and get into like a really interesting variation. You could get into a very interesting variation this way as well, because it's really tough to do anything here. And my corner is pretty strong against all of this stuff. Right? The only thing that I could have done really differently here is just sought to murder him in the middle of the board by playing this. If he plays anything like this, the problem is, like, any kind of push just surrounds him, right? Any Hane does pretty much the same thing. It just goes back and surrounds him. He could extend, but can I just go ahead and cap this flat out now? Maybe. So there's a lot of huge problems there. Here, I could have gone ahead and played this one, but I didn't really want to mess up with Joseki. So I just jumped on out, connected my groups up, made some shapes. This could get troubling. But yeah, I mean, from here, there's not really much we could do. If I wanted to get a little bit more ahead, I could play a move like this one. Because the sheer amount of Aji that's here is kind of staggering when you go back and look at it. Instead, we kind of like force-fed him that area. And that was okay. Here we're just taking some points, I showed, I think I hovered over this point, because if we play here, I get to go up to that one. And then this is pretty good. More likely he'll play here. But then you have to be careful, right? There's an Atari there. So that's Sente. So it's just extra endgame for free. You can play maybe that one too. So that's big. That's big. That's big. I don't think I can kill the middle group. This was another one of those weird moves, like, that really worked? Because you can't play this way, I don't think, right? It seems difficult. But we'll let them get away with it. I don't know. I was going to play another 5Q. Let's play another 5Q and see if that guy was a fluke. But I think maybe I'll do that next time. Maybe next time I'll squeeze in like another 5Q game at the end of like whatever else I'm playing. Maybe it's going to be a DDK basic. Maybe it's going to be a Don basic. Whatever it is, maybe I'll just like squeeze in an extra 5Q game at the end there. And see if this is a normal level. In fact, you know what? Let's take a peek right now. Let's sort these by rank. Let's scroll down to the 5Q range. Is this normal? Mid-game, how about end. Here we go. Observe. Alright, this is the end of the game. We've got approach on the outside, which is weird, but not horrific. Got a base. Looks like the jumping on in, though, is normal for a 5Q. That's pretty bad. Not gonna lie. That's actually terrible. Okay, so... And then you attach to it? Not the greatest, I have to say. Kind of playing local dog fights, more local dog fights. Meanwhile, corner, open, side, open. But we're having these like local dog fighting competitions, it looks like. You were saying some in this weird... Yeah, okay. So it looks like it's more of a feature than a bug, really. Is that fair to say? Another game. Approaching high, but it's a normal approach. That's a thing technically. That shape, however, is no good. The power triangle here. There's not really any need for that, because if your opponent wants to play this way and just force feed you everything there, I mean, that's okay. But then he backed off and didn't... Does he surround him? No, he doesn't. He really ought to. Like, whatever else we thought we were doing here, we don't really want to have to play something like that right now. Right? Because now all potential is whites, not blacks. So it looks like this is going to be an interesting series on dealing with really small moves and really psychotic invasions. It seems like that's where we're going to be. So that could be interesting. If you're weak to that, you might want to stay tuned. Meantime, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, I'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.